Hello everyone, this is Danny Hernandez. Thank you very much for sharing and for being in this video. Thank you for connecting. All the ones that have been sending messages, comments, etc. Thank you very much. And yes, give yourself a chance to breathe. And this topic that I want to talk to you about today is because of a conference that I saw with Eric Edmeades. He's amazing. If you don't know him, I mean, you should check his videos. He's wild. You know, he's I don't know, a super successful keynote speaker right now. Besides being an entrepreneur, writer, I mean, everything. You got to check him out. But here he was giving a conference about how to be an excellent public speaker, and in one of the aspects that he mentions is the importance to breathe. And as you might know, if you know me from some time ago, I used to smoke a lot. Yeah. And I enjoyed smoking. He has a very different and he says it's a wild way of thinking about smoking, and I actually coincide with his way of thinking. Let me share it with you. He was saying that when people are breathing, well, let me go before that. When people leave, when you have an alcoholic, someone that is addicted to a drug or something like that, when they finish, when they stop doing that, when they quit, they have extreme consequences. Talking about biological consequences as well. I mean, they feel like, yeah, headaches, vomit. I mean, their hormones are this way or another. I mean, they feel terrible. And it's actually clinical. I mean, they need to have like some time of withdrawal and stuff like that, you know. I mean, and most of the times, I mean, they have to go to a clinic for those kind of things. It's not really only about having will, you know. It's not about will. It's about also some special professional help. But when you quit smoking, it doesn't happen, and that's true. When I spent several times like smoking and then not smoking and then smoking and then not smoking, because it's hard. It's hard to quit smoking. I mean, if you have done it, I mean, you know the experience, right? So, but I have like, I don't know, at least like 2 or 3 years already without smoking, and I really don't feel like I really want to go back. I feel very good like this. But the thing is that whenever I quit smoking, I mean, all the times that I quit smoking, even if it was for a short time or right now that I've been out of smoking for a long time, I really didn't feel a thing. I mean, it was not like, oh, I have a headache because of this. Even when I stopped, even when I don't drink coffee in the morning, I actually have a headache if I don't have my cup of coffee in the morning. But not with smoking. I mean, you quit smoking and you feel great. So what Eric was saying is like, okay, maybe you're not really addicted to nicotine. Maybe smoking is not really addictive. What is addictive is breathing. And it's not that it's addictive. It's just good for you, you know? Because he did this in the video, and you can check it in this video as well. But let's do it here. I mean, if you do it with me, I did it with this video, and it's amazing. Let's imagine you have a cigarette and you do this. It just feels great. It just feels amazing, you know? It's like, all right, you know, you feel calm, you feel relaxed. And you know why? Because of everything that happens inside your body. Whenever you're not breathing correctly, what happens is that I mean, for example, I was giving this example in the other video because, as you know, I make also videos in Spanish. But there's this very simple example that you're walking and then you're walking on the street, you know, just minding your own business. Maybe you're listening to I don't know, to your favorite songs. You're listening to a conference, maybe to a podcast. If you haven't heard my podcast, please do. Yeah, and you can find it also in Anchor and Spotify or everywhere else. So, okay, sorry. So, you're walking, minding your own business. You get to the corner, you turn around, and you see this dog, right? This huge dog that is just looking at you, just like, okay, what's going to happen? You know, what happens in your body? What do? You do this. Your heart doesn't stop. Your breathing stops. Yeah, you stop. Why? Because when you stop breathing, what happens is cortisol goes up. Yeah. And what cortisol does is that it stops. I mean, also adrenaline, right? But what happens is that it stops everything else that doesn't matter at the moment. You know, that is, your growth hormone stops. You stop digesting better. You stop. I mean, many of the bodily functions that you regularly do to have very good maintenance in your body or even grow, they stop at that precise moment. Why? Because you need to flee. You need to run away, right? So you're like, ugh. And that same thing occurs to us every single day when we are not breathing properly. Yeah? Breathing properly makes your body good. You know, it does your body good because it allows all your bodily functions to occur the way that they are supposed to occur. Carbon dioxide comes out, oxygen comes in, everything starts occurring the way that it's got to occur. You know, you clean your blood. That's why you feel so perfect. You feel so good. That's why yoga was like, whoa, a boom everywhere else. But why? Not because yoga is so good, but because breathing was being forgotten. Because we sit down all the time, and when we are sitting down, we cannot do that inflating of our stomachs. And why don't we want to inflate our stomachs? Because our clothes don't look that cute when we inflate our stomachs, but that's the way we're supposed to do it. Check the little babies, check a little dog. Nature is like that. If you see a little baby that is lying down, his stomach is like, you know, that's the way that it happens. Dogs do the same thing, and it's not that we're dogs, but we share that with them, you know? Why? That's why we have the diaphragm there. That's why we work that way. That's why we're made that way. So let's keep on breathing, even if it doesn't make us look luxurious. Let's do it just because it's good for us. And do it. I really suggest you to do that. And be conscious about it, about how well you are breathing at every single moment. Because whenever you're going to confront someone, whenever you're going to talk to someone, give some feedback to your spouse, to your son, to your daughter, to someone in your team, to everyone in your office, in the organization, when you're going to have a very stressful meeting, breathe. Whenever you're going to talk in a conference, you're going to give a big talk or something, breathe. Breathing is the key to your personal success. Have an amazing day.